Good day viewers, welcome back to another video of Maths Made Easy. I hope all is well. Today we will be looking at perimeter. So before I get into the topic, let's take a look at this very interesting song I found on this topic, which will make our work easier in learning perimeters.
Perimeter, now that's the sound. Perimeter, the length around. Perimeter, now that's the sound. Perimeter, the length around. Perimeter tells us the whole length around. It measures the outside the walls or the ground. Perimeter measure, that's what we say when we measure the outside at night or at day. Perimeter, now that's the sound. Perimeter, the length around. Perimeter, now that's the sound. Perimeter, the length around. My dog and I walked around the backyard. It wasn't very far and it wasn't very hard. There were 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure them quick. 20, 10, 20, 10. We use tape measure and yardstick. 20 plus 10 plus 20 plus 10. That's 60 yards. Let's walk it again. 20 plus 10 plus 20 plus 10. Perimeter 60, a fact you can't hide. Perimeter measures around the outside. Perimeter, now that's the sound. Perimeter, the length around. Perimeter, now that's the sound. Perimeter, the length around. Perimeter tells us how far around. It won't show the area or height off the ground, like the length of a fence, whether short or immense. Perimeter measures how far around. Perimeter, now that's the sound. Perimeter, the length around. Perimeter, now that's the sound. Perimeter, the length around.
Good. So in the video we saw that perimeter is basically the length around an object. So that object could be a rectangle, a square, or a triangle. Perimeter is always the length around. So let's get into a quick activity. So I have 2 objects here. One is a rectangular box and the other is a square board. So these are objects we could find in the home, so you can participate with me finding the rectangle, finding the perimeter. I also have here a tape measure. If you do not have a tape measure, you can participate by using a normal ruler, because these objects aren't that big, so we can measure them using the inches. So let's find the perimeter of this rectangle box here. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna measure the width of the box. As you can see, there we have the width of the box is 4 inches, and the length, now the length of the box, we have 7 inches. Now the tricky part in this is sometimes when we're working, when we have worksheets on perimeters, they would only give us the length of 2 sides when it comes to rectangles. Now we know that in a perfect rectangle there are 2 long sides and 2 short sides. So if they give us the length of 1 long side, which is 7, we know that this length here 7 inches, so that means that the other long side should also be 7 inches. Same thing goes for the short side. This short side here is 4 inches, so that means that the other short side should also be 4 inches. So let's work on our perimeter. We have 7 plus 4 plus 7 plus 4. So 7 plus 4, let's work. I'll give you guys some time. 7 plus 4. Yes, 11. Good. 7 plus 4 is 11. Now we add in another 7 to that 11. So 11 plus 7. 18. Correct. Now 18 plus 4. 22. Correct. So the perimeter of this box, this rectangular box, is 22, and remember we measured in inches, so always put in your unit that you measured in. So the perimeter of this rectangular box is 22 inches. Well done. Now let's move on to another shape, which we have a square bowl. This bowl is a perfect square. So let's find the measurement of one of the sides. So as you can see here, the length of one of the sides is 4 inches. Now if this is a perfect square, if one side is 4 inch, the other side should also be 4 inches. Yes. So this is another tricky thing that we would face when coming across perimeters. When we're working with squares, they would give us the length of one side. Now we know that a square, all sides are equal, unlike the rectangle, which have a pair of equal sides, two pairs of equal sides. The square have all sides equal. So if this side here is 4 inches, this side here, this side and this side is also 4 inches. So now let's find the perimeter of this square bowl. So we have 4 inches here. 4 plus 4. Correct. 4 plus 4 is 8 inches. Now 8 plus 4. 12 inches. Correct. Now 12 plus the last side, the last 4 inches. Correct. 16 inches. So the perimeter of this bowl is 16 inches. Correct. So let's do a quick recap. So today we learned about perimeter, and we learned that perimeter is the length around an object. Correct. So we can measure any object, any 2D object to be exact, to get the perimeter. So it's always the length around these objects, whether it's inside, outside, whatever. So let me give you a scenario. If, let's say Mr. Jones bought a carpet, a rectangular carpet. Now we will be moving to another unit. Let's try feet. Now the long side of this carpet is, let's say, 4 feet, and the short side of this carpet is 2 feet. Now I'll give you some time, you can write that down. So the first thing you do is draw up your carpet. So you draw a rectangle, and remember the long side is 4 feet and the short side is 2 feet. Now with drawing up this rectangle, you're supposed to have 2 long sides. So on the rectangle, the 2 long sides should have 4 feet, because remember, with a rectangle there are 2 pairs of equal sides. So the 2 long sides should be 4 feet and the 2 short sides should be 2 feet. Now let's find the perimeter of that carpet. So first we add perimeter. So the length around will be 4 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. So let's do that. 4 plus 2 will be 6. Correct. Now 6 plus 4. 10. Correct. Now 10 plus 2. 12. Correct. So the perimeter of that carpet is 12 feet. Now that we learned the concept of perimeter, I will leave you guys with a little activity. So first, you can take down these questions. So first we'll find the perimeter of a square if one side is 12 centimeters. And the second question is, we'll find the perimeter of a rectangle if the long side is 5 inches and the short side is 3 inches. Make sure you take down those questions and you can leave your answers and I will review them. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another video of Maths Made Easy. I hope it was very informative and I will see you guys the next time. Peace.